What's up? I feel like it's been a hot minute, and obviously it has. Um, the last time I posted was like December, sometime last year, and it's 2026. So it's actually March now, which is actually crazy. I'm sorry for the long break, but we are back. I feel like this is very fitting since it's coming up to being school ball season. So let's get into episode 6. Alright, what's up, guys? If you guys have been watching, following along, I guess, I started posting almost a year ago, I think, close almost to a year ago. I posted my first podcast. I just wanted to talk about my softball stuff as far as, where I've been, what I've been doing. Kind of lacking that. I've been slacking, I'm sorry. So on the agenda today, we're going to be talking about the mental side of the sport because I feel like that is not talked about a lot, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with it. I have recently struggled with it. It's kind of like, a thing that you can't really prepare yourself for. You can't really stop yourself from feeling that way, I guess. So today we're going to be talking about that. But first, y'all know I took a couple months off. Not really off, I've just been busy. I never really found the right time to, sit down and do this. Basketball just ended, school ball is starting now. I had like a week off, before, in between where I can go home and relax and get my homework done and, hit and, still do softball, but, have that week off from having to go to basketball and then to softball and, going to school for 6 hours, having softball or basketball for 2, and then, going to softball practice for 3 hours and getting home at 9 o'clock. Like, that kind of just stopped for a week, and that was really nice because I was able to go home, do my homework, etc. Basketball, I want to miss it, honestly. I really love this team. Like, we had one senior, which isn't a lot, but honestly, we lost one of our best players, and it was a fun season. I wasn't really expecting to get the amount of playing time that I did, so it was nice. It was, going into the season, I think a lot of people, what most people struggle with is sitting the bench and not playing a lot, not getting a lot of playing time, which it's understandable. Like, for me, going into the season, I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of playing time just because, like, if you guys have seen me play basketball, it is, like, softball's up here, basketball is, like, here. And I'm not saying that just because, like, I'm being hard on myself. No, like, if you actually came out and pulled up to a game, like, oh, dude. We played Lansingburg this season. It was a home game, and we were winning by, like, 30. I was playing in the third quarter. That's how much we were beating them by. So obviously, I'm trying to hit my first shot, get my first points of the season, like, get my first points on varsity. So, what the great thing about my team is that my teammates are, willing to give the ball to me. As, mind you, a bench player who doesn't play in basketball is like a side quest. Like, for me, basketball is a side quest. I'm not trying to play basketball in college. It's kind of just something for me. Like, I enjoy playing basketball, and, like, I enjoy getting better at it. But my main focus is staying in shape for softball season. The spring and the summer, which is, the summer is the most important. Like, yes, the spring is mad important too because it's school ball season. You need to stay in, like, you need to stay in shape for summer season, but summer season is where we're getting recruited and stuff. It's kind of just, quote unquote, matters more. But anyways, the thing about my team is they were all willing to give the ball to me, and which is, I'm so grateful for. Like, they are amazing for that. And if you pulled up to that game, it took a hot minute. I kid you not. I think I would have dropped 15 had I made my shots. I airballed. I hit the side. Oh, I hit the side of the hoop. Oh my god, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? I was literally like, you have to be kidding me right now. I was like, all season, I've practiced all season for this. Yeah, and then I eventually got it, and it was alright. I felt like I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound, but it honestly, it felt surreal. Like, you had to be there for it, and I feel like the video does no justice. I mean, yeah, for a while I looked at the video and was like, oh my god, like, I'm so proud of myself. But it was kind of like a you had to be there moment. It was just surreal, you know, when that shot fell and, you know, the gym erupted. They erupted and cheered, and my teammates were so supportive. They were up cheering and stuff. It was just, it felt very nice to know that my teammates had my back, you know, as a bench player too, you know. So that was nice. That was probably top 10 moments. It's probably gonna be top one, top one by the end of the, you know, senior year. But yeah, you know, all good things come to an end at some point. You know, it's just you gotta live in the moment. You know what I mean? And I did. Like, it was fun. It was like, yes, I was playing the bench, but like it was a fun two. Well, no, it was more like 4 months. 3 or 4 months. We ended our season in the second round of sectionals to a very good Ariel Park team. Like, tops. I forget what it's like. Yep. Yep. Good job to them. Yep. They were a very good team. Like, not much you can do like for that. Like, it was a good game. You know, the first time, it was actually like the second year we played of the season. We had a tournament at their place, and it was a very close game. It was a 5-point. We lost by 5. We ended up losing by 5. It was a very close game, and we looked good playing. And it was like one of our first times playing together. Like, it was nice. And yes, wait. No, I didn't play. Okay. Does it look like I care? No. Because it's okay if you sit the bench. You just gotta be happy for your teammates and cheer them on so they can make baskets. Yup. Anyways, we got second rounded. It was very emotional because it wasn't like a 2-point game. It was like 20. Like, bad enough where it wasn't even bad. It was like 20 points, but like there was a minute and a half left. Like, obviously we're not scoring 20 in a minute and a half. So me and the other bench players went in, and that was that. It was sad. Just knowing, like, you're prepping for sectionals. Like, on JV, you don't get sectionals. On varsity, like, you're prepping for that, and it kind of just ended. The realization didn't really hit until the next day. Like, after our game, I was like, dang, I'm not stepping foot in the gym tomorrow with you know, the gang, like, with the team. And it kind of was just like I'm gonna miss that, you know. Like, I'm not gonna say I was like best friends with everyone, but like we all got along, and it was a good, you know, collective group, and we had a good team, and I liked the group. Like, they were a fun team, so it was rough, but we got through it, and it is almost school ball time. Another kind of reason for the break was like I said before, going from school for 6 hours to basketball for 2, and then, you know, eating a smoothie on the way to practice for softball, and then, you know, practicing for an hour and a half, lifting for an hour and a half. It just, 2 times a week, it's crazy, and it usually is every week. Like, well, not every week, I was gonna say every day, but like, I don't have practice every day, but I had it 2 times a week, and, you know, having to do homework on top of it, I felt like I had no freedom. Yeah, not freedom. I wouldn't say no freedom. I'd say, like, no time to do anything that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, it was constant, you know, going, you know, I had practice on the weekends. I had softball on the weekends all weekend. Like, it felt never ending. And then on top of that, I had to do even more homework, which is, but, you know, we toppled that. We got through it. I'm getting, like, almost no homework, which I'm like, thank you, school. Thank you. Yeah, and school ball starting, which, varsity, year 3 gang, let's get it. Yeah, made the varsity team. Ooh, dude, yesterday, I'm starting to dive more because, like, I used to just like I've used to just like wave my glove at the balls and not like dive for them. So I started diving, and you can't really see it. I don't think the light is gonna make it any better. Yeah, it's just like bleaching my arm. But I got a floor burn. Gym burn, like floor burn, and it's right there. It's kind of bruised over now. So that was fire, and I was at shortstop, so that was pretty fire. Um, yeah, I felt like I really feel good. Like I got a couple swings in this morning. I lifted this morning. Like I really felt good. Like I feel good. Like I feel like I'm hitting good. I feel like I'm like my body feels good. Like I'm ready to rock and roll this season. Um, and yeah, but it's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about I feel like I'm talking about a lot this video. I just feel like I have so much to yap about, like basketball, you know. So, over the off season, you know, you always have something to work on over the off season, especially over the off season. And for me, it was my swing, and I had multiple things to work on with my swing, and it was very tiring. For one, my stride, I wasn't striding out long enough. The second thing, I bat wrapping. So like you're not gonna do it now, but like when you're loading and you're like stretching back, my hands go like that, so your bat goes that way, like faces that way, and you don't want that. So what you're trying to do is just get the bat there. I think that was the two major things, but and my hinge, like bending, at the hips and whatever. For me, the biggest thing, I was trying to do too much, if you know what I mean. Like I was trying to fix everything at once, and it wasn't working. And for the first time ever in my softball career, I entered that mental state where I was like I dreaded, hitting, which I love hitting. If you know me, I love hitting. Like, yes, I love fielding, but hitting, it's just so satisfying to me. Like it really heals me. So, and it's not like I just was like, oh, I don't want to go to practice. Like I hate hitting. I don't want to hit anymore. No, it's just like, oh man, like I feel like no matter how much work I put in, like my swing is just gonna be the same because nothing was changing in it. And I was beyond trying so hard, dude. Like I was like mentally drained, mentally exhausted every day. I was like I feel like my swing is not doing anything. And luckily we're at a point like where I just said like my swing feels good. I feel good hitting the ball. My body feels good. Like my muscles are developing. Um, but for that little bit, I finally experienced the mental slump or block, whatever you want to call it, that every athlete does. And for me, I think it was only a matter of time before I did. And I just want to say this. Previously, I've never had a mental slump. Like, people who know me, my parents, coaches, teammates, they know me. I think one word that they would describe me as is hardworking, And I'm not saying that just because. I'm saying that because I truly take pride in working hard. I want to, especially, like, basketball is an example. Dude, basketball, my shot, I literally, at the beginning of the season, I was scared to drive to the hoop. Practice, I scored 2 times during like sectional practices. Well, our coach was sick, but like I was driving to the hoop. I scored like 4 points. I was like, dang, bro, I'm a practice scoring demon, bro. yeah. But like, especially like with JV, like last year was my first time playing basketball. Not this year, like last year I was on JV, and that was my first time playing basketball. Like I wasn't a starter until halfway through the season. I was a captain with the last 3 games, and I was like, hold on. I've never played school basketball ever in my life. How am I doing this? It was truly surreal. And it's just you can see the growth happening from year to year. Like this year I got so much better and I'm so grateful for that. Like, and the only thing I want to do is keep getting better. It's the same thing with softball. With softball, I take it a different way though. It's not that I don't take basketball seriously because I do. Softball, it's just I think it just means more to me because I'm trying to get to the college level. I'm trying to, you know, get up to that level, and I try to be a perfectionist. I'm gonna say that right now. Um, I think I try to perfect things, and sometimes they're not gonna be right, and they're never gonna be perfect. And that's something I've come to learn, And it's hard for me because one, I'm hard on myself, and two, I'm a perfectionist. Like I need, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you know, you know. You wanna, yeah, 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 yeah. Um. So this being my first kind of mental slump, I didn't really know how to take it. Um. I kind of just felt for that like couple weeks like, dude, I feel like my swing is just like not developing, and it really did get me. Like I was emotional, I was stressed, I was mentally exhausted, I was mentally, yeah, I was overstimulated. Like it was very bad, and I think the best thing that was best thing to do was just push through it, and that's what I did. I just kind of, not that I stuffed those feelings down, because I did deal with those. I did, talk it out with my parents and whatever, like told them how I felt about it, but like I kind of just kept working. You keep working at it, and eventually it got fixed, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that it did, because it was very emotional. It was very hard. I think it was it was very real. And I know some people that have had mental slumps and have experienced that already. Like one of my best friends, she went through that a couple of times, and I was like, dude, like it's okay for you to feel that way. It's okay for you to feel like this isn't working for you. It's okay. You have to push through it. You have to get through that adversity. You just have to push through it. And she did, and she's such an amazing softball player. And one of my best friends, I see her as an older sister. Like she's family to me, and she's such an amazing person and player on and off the field. It's I'm very proud of her for pulling through with that, and pushing through that the toughness, because it really does suck. Like I always had the I always felt like, hey, yeah, like I have never had to deal with that, so it's just been easy for me. Like, and it's not that I haven't had things to work on. I've definitely had things to work on, but like never in my softball career has it been, it never had to take a month and a half for it to, you know fix itself. It was always maybe a week, maybe a couple of days, and it would be fine. But it never had to take a month and a half, like 4 weeks, to fix itself, and for me to get past it. It was kind of just like a mentally shutting down thing, where it was like, I feel like this is never gonna end for me, and I feel like this is gonna be a problem forever, and now it isn't. And I'm so grateful for that, because not only does it take off my stress, like I said this 2 other times, I feel good. My body feels good, my swing feels good. I felt good hitting today. Like it was great. It was nice. It was a good feeling to finally be like, I feel like myself again. I really do. And I think it's a good thing that, school ball is coming right up, and that's kind of where I want to transition right now. School ball for me, um if you guys don't know, I started obviously playing softball in 7th grade, and I was on JV, and it was a good time. And then I got pulled up for sectionals 7th grade, and then I was a starting second baseman in 8th grade, And that's kind of where I've been ever since. You know, I'm going into my third year on varsity as hopefully a second baseman. I might be playing shortstop, which is totally fine. Like, middle infield. Yeah. Shortstop isn't bad. It's just like second base. I've been playing second base for the last 4.5 years. Like, I can play shortstop. It's just second base is like my. And we just went through a coaching change, and I think for all the people out there, whether your school ball coach is great or not, whether your teammates are great or not, I want you to keep in mind that. Not keep in mind. I want you to push through the season. If it sucks or not, if it doesn't, if it does, I think this year's gonna be fun. I'm really excited. I'm really, hyped to be back on the field with my homies. My homies from school, and then in the summer, my homies from travel, and then it's been too long since I've been on a softball field, playing a live game. So I'm ready to like get that started, and yeah, school. We had tryouts all this week except for Tuesday. We didn't have it on a Tuesday, and this week I really felt good. This week was like confidence week. I really felt good about myself. I really felt like, hey, like my swing feels good, my fielding feels good, like I feel good, my muscles feel good, my body feels good, whatever, etc. And I'm really just excited for that, to be back with some of my friends. I have my gang on the team, yeah. And then I actually don't know who else is on the team because we have all of the people who return, and then we did letters this year. So, like, if it said everyone got a letter, it said if you made varsity JV or if you didn't make it at all, which is fine. No one's really posted about anything, or I haven't really gotten told anything, so I don't really know. So I probably won't know until Wednesday, which is our first practice. And you might be thinking, why don't you have practice on Monday? Because a couple of us are helping on modified on Monday and Tuesday, so that's gonna be fun. I can't wait. No, I actually can't wait. I love helping out with the younger generation because you gotta teach them the fundamentals, bruh. Like this feeling that we're gonna be doing we're gonna be a really good team this year, and I really hope that we are because I hope so. No, I just really want to just be playing softball. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's not something I want to do. We just had so much drama on the school ball team, and I'm just ready for that to just be over and just play softball. That's kind of what we're here to do. Just play the game and love life. Oh, you're playing? Yeah, sounds good. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to say. It's kind of like a revamp. No, that's not what it's called. Kind of like a comeback episode. Just like I haven't done this in. Let me check. I haven't done this in 3 months, so this is a nice welcoming back. But yeah, I want to start posting more. I just softball is gonna start running up my schedule, so I don't really know when I'm gonna be able to do that. And then obviously school is a major thing too. School every day until the end of time. Just kidding, until college ends or summer. That too. Yeah, forgot that existed. But yeah. Anyways, I think that will do it for episode 6. I kind of went on a rant about basketball, and that was kind of what the first half of this video is about. What I want you guys to take away from this video is that mental slumps happen unexpectedly. They could happen, at your worst times, at your best. What I want you to take away from that is you just have to push through it. You have to get through it. You just have to have the mindset that, hey, this isn't working right now. Maybe it will soon. You have to have that mindset where it's like, I want to get better. I want to get better every day, even if it's if you can't tell a difference every day. You can't see a change. You just have to keep pushing, because I promise you it happens. Like, it will happen. It will happen. From personal experience, it does get better. It does get easier, and it fixes itself, and you start to feel happy again. And if anyone is going through a mental slump right now, you know, in any sport that you're playing, it doesn't matter if it's softball. Every sport has a mental side, especially the individual. Can we talk about like the individual sports, how they have mental slump? Because that has to be worse than softball having a mental slump, because like in softball it's a team sport. You know, you're like, well, I guess it kind of is the same though. So like, if you're an athlete, you have probably been through a mental slump. If you're not and you haven't experienced that yet, or if you are an athlete and you haven't experienced that yet, lucky you, man. Lucky you. I'm just kidding. If you haven't experienced that yet, it is bound to happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but it probably will. Just keep your head high. Keep your chin up. You know, just love life. Anyways, that's all for me. That was episode 6. Reminder, even though it is school ball season, your journey is your journey, and it is no one else's journey. Do not compare yourself. Please do not compare yourself to anyone else on the recruiting journey, because it's not their journey. Your journey doesn't have to look like theirs. Yours is yours, and be proud of that. So yeah, that's episode 6 for you, and I will see you guys in episode 7. Oh, that's ironic. Okay, anyways, we had to get through this one way or another. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Oh yeah, peep the new chair. I got this for Christmas. Yeah, since I haven't posted in 3 months, this is new. My headphones are new. We got modded up, gang. We got upgraded. Oh, and I have a new poster. It's the Giants, because I like the Giants, unfortunately. Oh, you could probably tell. Yeah, forgot about that, but like, you could probably tell. Yeah, I like, suffering through football season, so. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Like up. I hope you guys enjoy this one, because it was a good way to get back into things. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Your journey's your journey. Enjoy school ball. Enjoy whatever, spring sport you're doing. And I will see you guys in episode 7. Peace out.